What's going on, guys? Today's video, I'm not even bitching. And if Tommy hears this and I start bitching, don't even call it out. See, Tommy, that last video, I said it wasn't a bitching video. Now, when people read your comments, they know I'm bitching in the video. It kind of, takes the surprise away. I'm kidding, Tommy. Anyway, here's my point. I'm not even griping. And this is all my opinions. This is nobody else's opinion but mine. This is nothing I've said to anybody and bounced off of anybody. This is 100% me, right? I mean, I've said it before. Then, like, the next day, I'm like, oh, I'll do it. I'll give him another chance. But I mean what I said. I'm fucking done with him. I'm done with Roy. That's it. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how. I got back thinking, like, last night and today I thought about it. Since I've met Roy on YouTube, think about this. I mean, this is all video evidence. You ain't got to take my word for it. Go back and see it. Since I've had anything to do with him myself, I will bet you, out of the whole entire time that I've knew him, maybe 20% of the time was when he would be up on the panel doing stuff, laughing, joking. The other 80% of the time, it's him bashing the fuck out of you, talking shit about you, making emergency live streams about so-called, I wouldn't even say friends, because I don't know what the fuck you would call them, to be honest. I mean, pretty much an enemy. But, again, let's just go back to Friday. Let's just start there. Take Friday, for instance. He gives them the go-ahead. I mean, I ain't saying, it's not like Roy. I'm just saying, when he goes up there on a panel and he's like joking around with Cherry, going, Cherry, that lets Cherry know that what Cherry's doing is not bothering him enough to fuck with him. And Roy will say he don't care, but we know Roy only cares about Roy. So Jada don't care about Roy either. But when he does that, it gives Hector, it gives Cherry, it gives all of them like, oh, well, this person's still coming here, so this person's doing this. They never call him out for it. So when he does that Friday, I don't get to see much of that, but I seen a part where, his name was highlighted, or his comment was highlighted on the screen. Now, I wasn't lying about that. I seen it, I showed the screen, Flex played it. It wasn't a lie. It was the part where, and Roy knew this, because Roy kept on saying, like, he never said, like, oh, they didn't highlight my comment. He just kept saying, I didn't type in that chat. I did not. And I told him, I said, your thing was on the screen. I didn't type in that chat. Now, he knew he could have just came out and said, no, dude, that was an old video. But he didn't. He will let somebody sit there and say, like, oh, then I send the thing. Flex goes through and looks for it. He don't care. He just like, oh, I'm going to look right for once. Then when you see it, I mean, immediately I was like, oh, okay, I thought it was that. My bad. I was wrong. But to the point, it don't matter, because, like, going up on the panel is worse than typing in the fucking chat anyway. But, again, that lets Serb and Cherry do the shit. See, Cherry's put up 2 shorts today. Serb's in there talking, like, saying that I lied. I mean, being called a liar by Serb, that fucking hurts. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, that motherfucker calling somebody else a liar? Jesus Christ. That's when you got to reevaluate you're like, what the fuck have I done here? What have I done wrong? But, again, there was no lie and they know it. But they just say shit because, see, the stuff Roy did Saturday and now Sunday, because they're putting that shit out today and he's not calling nothing out. See, Roy, after that, he comes up on the lounge. I've mistakenly let him trigger me into fucking arguing and shit, right? I woke up the next day pissed at myself. Like, why would I let him? I mean, I don't even give a fuck. I done said, like that video, I still got it up where I was like saying, I know what Roy is. And that's why I didn't take it down. I know what he is. I know you can't trust him. I know he'll fuck you over a chance he gets. But I was just trying to remain cordial with him just to kind of keep the peace. But, again, I wake up and I'm like, God damn, I cannot believe I let that happen. So, last night, all of a sudden, we're in the lounge. If you look up there, it was me, Flex. I don't know if Dylan had got there yet, but we're all up there. We're having a good time, laughing, watching Heidi's video. Nothing, you could say, well, it was about drop, but it was nothing, hammering nobody. It was Cherry's talk shit. We were talking nothing bad. Then Kevin, being the shit starter, I'm kidding, Kevin. I mean, Kevin, you used to be a dick, but you're all right now. But see, even Kevin felt bad. He's like, shit, I shouldn't even have said nothing. But now, Kevin, glad you did. Because when Flex started playing it, all of a sudden, think about it. Roy's doing a fucking stream saying, why are we worried about what somebody else does on YouTube while he's doing a stream worrying about what other people do on YouTube. It just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's the stupidest fucking thing ever. But see, Roy will do that. His chat was fucking, I mean, the shit, doxing, threatening, all kinds of shit. That's like the Red thing. Did you hear Roy say that? He's like, oh, Red, you know, people wants to talk shit on here. They want to say this when someone they want to talk about the cops or something. Hey, Roy, what did you say about Robert Bradley? What did you say when he done that? What was you going to do that Monday? Where was you going? Yeah, the police. See, dude, I'm saying you're the biggest hypocrite ever walked the fuck up. I mean, period. And plus, Red's a fucking woman. I mean, I don't even know who the fuck that Josh guy is, but you got that dude saying that shit to a woman. So even if it's like, you know, to me, you know, him sitting there saying that and doing it, I wouldn't give a fuck. But I mean, I can imagine being, I mean, I'd say Red probably did. You know, if she had to worry about that for a second, about like, oh, what if something happens? I mean, it's fucking YouTube. We shouldn't have to do that. And we don't have to. The reason we have to do that is because we let just a very few people keep fucking us over. And them same people that's fucking us over is the ones who okay all this shit. Cherry, Hector. I don't even want to really say, Hector's just he's just a nut hugger that without Cherry, Hector's going to go by the wayside. And he knows that. That's why he's hanging out. But Cherry does all this shit. And Roy, by doing the shit he does, okays it. Think about that. He's never calls Cherry out unless Cherry says something to Roy. He'll call it a little bit, but he'll kiss his ass. But Roy never says nothing. He don't care what that side does. It's Sir Blind. I don't care. I don't care. That don't bother me. I don't care. I don't care. But Jaded makes one. Oh, yeah, Jaded's lying. Jaded, fuck you. I mean, yeah, like I said, that shit right there fucking amazes me. I mean, the hypocrisy. See, this goes back to a long time ago. And again, none of this shit, I've not said a word to Flex, no one about, I'm saying me. This goes back to the time Roy did a stream. You had Bobby, Reese, and fucking Eli. You had them on that stream. And what you had is you had, fuck. I gotta hit this button, hang on. Anyway, you had fucking, Reese and Eli just fucking with Flex, saying all kinds of shit, you know, just laughing, making little inside jokes. Roy's doing it with them. Roy's sitting up there laughing and going on. They're calling out Flex for stuff. Bobby was up there doing it right in front of Reese and Eli. And let me tell you something. Could you imagine Reese and fucking Eli laughing at you and people you thought were your friends sitting up there fucking not only letting them, I mean, they're facilitating the shit, but they're adding to it. Roy was having a ball. Every time Flex would start to say something, Roy would yell at him, tell him to shut up. Why don't you overtalk people? Reese never shut up. And I mean, saying all, and Roy would sit there and laugh. That day is never, I mean, this is, if to see Roy's face on that, I mean, I mean, dude's fucking, and you got some people that'll say stuff like, oh, Roy don't like this, Roy don't like his name said. That's why I'm saying it so fucking much. Fuck Roy. Jada don't care what fucking Roy likes. Roy can talk about himself in a third person, so can Jada. Jada said fuck all you motherfuckers. Anyway, I'm gonna get gas here. I'm just saying, the reason this shit's still going on is we let this shit happen. That's like when Roy will go do all that and he'll pop back up there and just start joking around like it's nothing happening. You know, he's joking around like, and he keeps going. And tonight, earlier, fuck, God only knows what he's done today. But like I said, out of all the time I've known Roy, I think maybe 15-20% of the time's the only time he's been halfway. I mean, even then he's just, because there was nothing going on. But this way, like I said, this ain't one of them things where I'm saying, if Roy's somewhere, I'm not saying that. Just like Thunder never said that. He said because you let Cherry up there, Cherry just went there to fuck with him. He wasn't going to be on the panel with Cherry. I'm going to, if Roy comes around, and like Flex has got that rotation, he lets everybody up. Flex should, because if he didn't let somebody up, they would say, oh my God, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So yeah, Flex has got to do that. I don't blame Flex at all fucking for that. He's got to, because if he didn't, like I said, they'd be calling it out, even though they could kick people off, mute them, talk shit, say racist shit to them. But if Roy's there, I'm just going to say this now, Roy, so you hear it, so I ain't got to keep repeating it, because it's, you know, anytime you come in there, and when I leave, the words, go fuck yourself, let that go through your head, because that's what I'm saying. When my little thing clicks off there, go fuck yourself should appear. But other than that, I'm done with your ass. I don't want nothing to fucking do with you. If everybody's smart, they would say, but like I said, everybody that sits there and says that, like, oh, Roy's this, oh, Roy's a... No, he's not. Think about how many fucking times that Roy has fucked you over. If you has anything to do with him, how many times have you been into it, arguing with Roy? Against how many times have, you know, he's done something for you or helped you or ever done nothing. Like I said, another thing, I used to call Roy and Flex, I'd say like they're like brothers. No, they're not. I got two brothers. Me and my middle brother used to fight a lot. He was like 8 years older than me, but he's, you know, but I don't care if I was beating the shit out of my brother and somebody threatened him or said something, I would call that shit out and put a stop to it immediately. I mean, you don't let's sit there and let a guy threaten people in your chat and sit there and, oh, then excuses like, you know, later, like, oh, I didn't see it. Well, that ain't me. I didn't say it. Why should I care? I didn't say it. Said it on your fucking channel. You did see, because you was reading every comment Jig left and all them comments is between it. So are you telling your chat you just read Jig's comments? No, you read them because you can watch your eyes and you can see it. You just don't give a fuck. You love it. You love the drama. Torp, this is what you should have done. Roy is a drama whore, and that's all he is. That's all he's ever going to be. He will fuck any of you on a heartbeat to get a couple. He will fuck anybody just to get 10 extra viewers in a video. He's done it. We've proved it to him. He did something about the frogs and shit. He got no views. He started that stream with 20 some people. He didn't talk about drama. It was down to like 4 or 5 by the end. And he whines about that. No one said, I'm going to quit doing streams if no one comes. Roy, they're doing you a favor. Again, they're doing you a favor by coming. You're not doing them a favor by doing streams. There's all kinds of fucking people on YouTube, and a lot more that ain't going to fuck them over, would treat them better. But my point of it is, then he'll pick my other one. He's like, oh, I had almost, what was it, 2,000 or so. He's like, I just did a stream. I didn't talk. I just showed my frog. That's because it was a vertical, motherfucker. I mean, I could put a short up, work my ass off on it, and get fucking 300-400 views. I can put a picture of fucking dog shit up there and get it 20, 15K. You never know. It's the same with that thing. It's vertical. It's fucking luck if it pops up. $3 for 3. See, this is people like Roy to order this. 3.4 miles. You know, I don't care. Fuck them. But anyway, it don't affect me. Yeah, go get your own shit, Roy. Go to Speedway yourself, cocksucker. Anyway, like I said, I'm done. And I don't know. But Bobby, I'm not even going to bring you into this too much, but the shit you do and say, oh, I don't come around, it's not me, I don't care what happens. But you do, because you come back, you talk, you'll make little jokes with everybody else and act like everybody else is serious. You can go over there and fuck around with them. It's like almost like an abusive relationship. Cherry's saying all that shit about you, now he's calling you out. But if he caught you somewhere and said, hey Bobby, I miss you, Bobby, you would be a little apprehensive. But the next thing you know, you'd be kissing his ass again. And I mean, it's just at the point, man, that you gotta fucking just admit that. People already see it. Everyone sees it but you. So anyway, I'm gonna go fucking get this gas and go fucking shopping. Just about everybody, hey, is that a plane or is that a UFO? It's probably like a fucking bead going out of Roy's ass. He shot it across. That's what I'm saying. That dude, if some other people joke around about something, it's fine. Oh, it's like, oh, at least you make it. But when I say shit, I'm a lot funnier than fucking Reese. Jesus Christ. Your frog is funnier than fucking Reese. But they get a pass. I say something. It's, oh, yeah. But don't worry about that. You'll never have to fucking worry about that again. Like I said, I will never be on your channel. I said this before, but I mean it. Block me. Perma-block me. What the fuck ever you call it. Or I'll do it. You don't even have to do it. Don't waste your time. I'll never type there. If you're on a panel, I won't be around. Y'all have a good one. This is not saying to nobody. This is not okay. I mean, I honestly think if Roy comes up, you should always let people up no matter where, because if you don't, he's going to cry like a bitch and he's going to sit there and, oh my God. No one's saying shit. I'm just saying I ain't fucking with you. You're not worth my time. You're not. You're exactly. Why do you let other grown men do it? See, you ask that question, then you make a video bitching and screaming like you're going to have a heart attack when you're doing it. But see, I'm going to take your advice. I'm not letting what another man-child is fucking saying bother me. And y'all need to quit saying that, like, oh, you gotta do this, Roy don't like this. Oh, if you act this way, he's a whatever, he doesn't like this. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck what he likes, and you shouldn't either. I mean, if he cared about any of y'all, he don't help none of you guys. How many times you all see him in, like, your videos? You make videos, your smaller channels. How many times you ever seen that motherfucker come over and say, hey, or call you out, or, any of that? None. All right. All the usual suspects, go fuck yourself. Cherry, double fuck yourself. Roy, you're on the list now. Go fuck yourself.